Hello everyone, welcome to my bold and beautiful Gossip Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Deacon's wedding homecoming party for Sheila, Finn and Trust dubious visitors? The intense and the lovely uncover that Minister Sharp will take the necessary steps to get Sheila Carter back home where she should be. Minister has been lost without Sheila close by, so he's anxious to figure out the remainder of the sugar otherwise known as Janet Weber secret and find Sheila. With John Finnegan's assistance, it seems to be Minister will effectively find Sheila and welcome her home at last. Since Minister has been stressed over Sheila potentially being in harm's way, there's a decent opportunity she's a prisoner needing saving. When that salvage occurs, what'll be next for Sheila and Minister? Some time ago Elder pulled back overall marriage thing since he was worried about what it would mean for his relationship with Trust Logan. In any case, this entire experience has truly featured Elder's affection and commitment for Sheila. It's basically impossible that Elder will actually want to get control over his sentiments after nearly losing Sheila until the end of time. Elder will unavoidably need to make Sheila his better half as quickly as possible once she's back in the image. Truth be told, Elder could have a major shock coming up for Sheila at Il Giardino once she's liberated from anything that bondage wreck she's caught in. It's not difficult to envision Minister shutting down Il Giardino for the night and transforming it into an extremely heartfelt scene, one that is ideal for a homecoming party and an unexpected wedding. Elder could persuade Finn and even desire to join in, so they may be the possibly party visitors, very much like when Minister held the remembrance. Obviously, Trust and Finn would unavoidably confront reaction for this situation. It's one thing for Finn to express farewell to his introduction to the world mother in a dedication sort of setting, however it's very one more for him to go help Sheila's homecoming and looming union with Minister. Moreover, Trust could confront some reaction of her own for deciding to help her father. Now that Trust appears to acknowledge exactly how veritable Minister's affection for Sheila is, it could prompt a defining moment where Trust turns into a smidgen more tolerating of their sentiment. In any case, Minister could pitch his arrangement to invite Sheila home with a touch of slam and shock her by wedding her on the spot. Might Elder at some point get Finn and Trust energetic about turning out to be important for the extraordinary event? In light of our B&B expectations, Minister and Sheila's gathering could bring a few confounded exciting bends in the road, so stay with us for refreshes on all the stunning news to come. The intense and the delightful spoilers say Sheila might turn into Elder's lady not long after she's found, so don't miss all the activity. Sugar and Sheila's story is so full of openings we can see precisely exact things coming. Intense and lovely stories normally require willingness to accept some far-fetched situations partially, yet this Sheila/Sugar stuff is a genuine STRETCH and a half. Track with as we wear our criminal investigator caps and punch holes in a story that is as of now loaded with them. Things got strange quick after Steffi cut Sheila in the Bluff house, what with the police passing on Steffi and her friends and family to speed and wring their hands right in the center of a potential homicide scene. Then, following Finn's somewhat ghastly second covering his hand with his introduction to the world mother's blood, a tidy-up was at last finished and the story, oddly, reached a moving stop. Steffi directed her concentration toward Thomas's affection life and Finn's bad dreams/Damar's vanished. It was only after Elder chosen to hold a dedication for his beloved kindred and saw 10 toes at the crematorium that we truly started to investigate what is happening in the Precipice house. One would believe that Minister learning about Sugar's presence would have responded to our inquiries, however all things being equal, it just raised more. Assuming it was Sugar who went to Steffi's home that evening, and not Minister's woman love, for what reason was it then, that we heard Sheila's voice pronouncing, "This evening you bite the dust, Steffi," as she prowled in the shrubberies outside? The following one is a big deal. The functioning reason is that Sugar probably gone to the Bluff house meaning to set up Sheila for homicide, so why then would she say she wasn't conveying a weapon? We guess she might have been proposing to gag her to death, which would make sense of the jumping, however it appears pointlessly, involved, and relies vigorously upon her capacity to overwhelm a more youthful lady who obviously sorts out consistently. Untidy plotting, best case scenario. Further, assuming that she was outlining Sheila, for what reason didn't she drive her vehicle there? Did Sugar take a Uber up to Malibu in that outfit? It's likewise inquisitive that Sugar would debilitate Sheila or secure her assuming she planned to approach her. On the off chance that Sheila's confined, genuinely harmed, or even dead, it would be clear she didn't perpetrate the wrongdoing. One would figure sugar would just cripple her sufficiently long that she wouldn't have a vindication for the hour of the homicide. However, Sheila hasn't been seen or heard from since. Accomplished something in Sugar's arrangement turn out badly? Minister's revelation at the crematorium, 10 toes, likewise raises a significant point. The dissection would have expressed that the body had just 9 toes. Couldn't the police, who took care of the alleged bear assault, have had inquiries regarding that not being on the report? Joyfully for Minister, inside seemingly minutes of him finding a discussion among Sheila and Sugar, somebody helpfully strolled into his eatery to let him know their whole foundation story. Oddly, Lauren left, having understood that Sheila was more likely than not as yet alive and returned to Genoa City without trying to caution a solitary soul, including her old buddy Eric or Steffi, who was threatened by Sheila similarly as she was once upon a time. Why? Rapidly, Minister had the option to find another piece of information, which guided him toward the back street where he tracked down Tom the destitute person. With Finn now installed, who apparently can hardly hold on to get another opportunity with his introduction to the world mother, we can see where this is going. Sheila will be tracked down not doing so great, excused of wrongdoing, for this situation, and Finn and Elder will send off an entirely different mission so that the Foresters might see her as a casualty and cut her a little leeway. While there's no question that her personality trust Logan has had a very groundbreaking year, the equivalent can be said about the strong and the wonderful person's portrayer, Annika Noel. As a matter of fact, Annika as of late opened up to Drama Review about a portion of the individual battles that she's been managing. Continue perusing underneath for all that you really want to be aware. The strong and the wonderful spoilers, Annika Noel gets serious about her own battles. In the previous year, Annika parted ways with her life partner yet has figured out how to track down affection once more. However, it hasn't been simple for her. Fortunately, she says that the work she does on the hit CBS Cleanser has given her the necessary solidness. Annika says that when she figured out that she was designated for Outstanding Lead Entertainer at the current year's Daytime Emmy Awards, it seemed like daylight after the tempest. She put it along these lines: last year was a truly challenging year for me by and by. While my life was exploding, this show was a steady. I could rely upon it. I would come in, empty my heart into the work, and was upheld by the cast and group around me. They had me covered. That is the thing about daytime. It doesn't stop forever. Great days or terrible, the highs or lows, there you are some way or another helping through everything, turning in 4 episodes of work in one take. What's more, this selection is so significant to me since it implies the daytime local area remembered it. The work, the grief, the fights battled, that it was all worth the effort since it had an effect.